Hey, how's it going? Ed Reiner here. I am a licensed life success consultant with Bob Proctor's Life Success Consulting Company, and I want to welcome you to this video because in this video I'm going to be going over how we learn things. It's important that if we're going to maintain a good attitude as we're striving for our goals and we're striving for success, we're going to have to learn certain skills and new things. And if we understand the different stages that we learn things, it's going to make things a little easier because we have an awareness of what is going on. So everything that we learn in stages, and there's 4 stages of learning, and that's what we're going to be going over. So what we're going to use here is, and we're going to use an example of riding a bike because it's something that most of us have all done and everyone can relate to. So when we're little, we start out in life not knowing that bikes even exist, or we don't even care that bikes exist. And we don't even have any desire to ride one because we don't know that they even are there. And this is the first stage of learning, which is called unconscious incompetence. We don't know that we don't know. So we go through our life just merely not aware that there might be a better way of getting from point A to B, or of just having fun and getting around to see our friends. So at some point in our life, we see other kids riding bikes, and we see how much fun they're having and how quickly they can get from point A to point B. And so the desire to ride one starts to blossom. And we move to the second stage of learning, which is called conscious incompetence. So now we know we don't know how to ride, so we try to learn. Now, what I want you to do is think about the first time you tried to ride a bike. You know, I think about when my daughter was first learning to ride a bike. You know, all of her focused energy and concentration was tried to balance on the bicycle. She was watching her sisters do it, and she wanted to do it, but she couldn't. So she'd try to pedal, and she'd fall over, and, you know, we had the training wheels on, but I learned that even with the training wheels, it wasn't really helping her learn how to balance. So I took from what I had researched and found some bikes online that are called Strider bikes, and I basically incorporated the next 2 stages of learning into one. I took the pedals off of her bike because she could balance if she was just running with the bike. She already knew how to run. This way she was just running with the bike. So eventually when people start to ride, and they start to pedal without falling over, then they move to the third stage of learning. Once they can ride the bike without falling over, they're still thinking about it, but they move to the third stage, which is called conscious competence. So when we get to conscious competence, what we've done is we've proven to ourselves that we can ride the bike with focused concentration and effort. We can stay balanced. Now, what I had done was I took my daughter, and she was already balancing because she would run along on the bike because there were no pedals, and then she would spread her legs out and she would coast, and she was learning her balance. Now, through the repetition of doing this over and over and over, we get so good at riding, and we get so good at having our balance that we don't have to consciously think about it anymore. We don't think about keeping our balance. When we do that, and that's when I put the pedals back on my daughter's bike, we move to the fourth stage, which is unconscious competence. We become so used to performing a particular skill that we don't have to think about how to do it anymore. Now, once the skill is learned, whatever that skill may be, what happens is the mind takes it and it moves it into the subconscious, and it becomes a fixed part of us. We no longer need to think about whatever it is that we're doing. We just do it. And that's what fixed means. It's fixed. It's there. You can go years without riding a bicycle, and you can jump right on without thinking about it and start to ride. You don't have to think about how to pedal and keep your balance because that skill has been ingrained and fixed into your subconscious mind. The muscle movements are recorded in your marvelous mind, and it just automatically happens. Now, I experienced this phenomenon here recently at my second daughter's birthday. my daughter Jordan, she had a bunch of her friends over, and they were riding bikes. And my oldest daughter was riding my bike, which was a freestyle bike, and I hadn't been on it really in years. Now, when I was younger, I used to do all of the different tricks on the bike. You know, I would do all of the stuff they have at the extreme sports, or the X Games they call them now. Back then, it wasn't even called that. It was just called freestyle. Now, they were riding in circles, and they were trying to pop wheelies, and they're only getting about an inch off of the ground. And I said to one of the kids, and he was riding the bikes, I said, you know, let me see that. I want to see if I can show you something really cool. And without thinking on it, I rode off. And then I started riding to where they were all standing. And now, I should mention that I really haven't done this particular trick in about 20 years. But I didn't even think about it. I just got on, got some speed, I jumped on, and I put my feet next to the seat post where the seat goes in, and I stood up and let go of the handlebars. And I was standing upright next to the bike, and I just went right past the kids. I just coasted right by them, and they were going nuts. And my wife, on the other hand, she wasn't so impressed. You know, she was like, "You could have broke your neck," is what she was thinking and said to me. But the thing is that even though it wasn't, you know, really pretty, and I was really kind of trying to keep my balance and was thinking about it a little bit, in order to get up and do that, you know, someone just couldn't jump on a bike and do that unless they had the repetition of doing it over and over and over again, and those muscle movements recorded, because I had spent so many hours of my childhood in that third stage, in that conscious competence of practicing this trick. And you know, the same process is at work with everything that we're doing, whether we're learning to tie our shoe, drive a car, use a computer, market online, or create wealth. It's all the same. We have to go through these 4 stages. So if you're trying to learn a new skill set, let's say you're trying to market online, you know, you're learning a new skill, how to use Facebook marketing, how to, you know, reprogram your subconscious mind. Remember that you have to go through these stages, and by knowing these stages, you can kind of identify where you're at, and you just know that through the repetition, these will become fixed and habit. Now, I want to thank you for watching this video. I hope that you've received some value from it. If you did, I want you to leave me a comment below. I'm really enjoying the comments people are leaving. And to get more information like this, subscribe to my YouTube channel, join our Facebook community here at facebook.com/Ed Reiner fans. And once you're there, click on the like button, say hello, make a post. I look forward to connecting with you. Again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.